Everyone's talking about how good Chelsea have gotten under Thomas Tuchel and that they have a great chance of qualifying for the Champions League final. But are they really that good? Liverpool might have been knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid, but what did the club's fans do in the build-up to the game? Jesse Lingard is the man of the hour at the moment, but where will the Man United man play next season? Is the real Christian Pulisic back? Solskjaer is absolutely buzzing after Manchester United qualified for the Europa League semi-finals. But are the Red Devils getting better? All this and more coming your way. You know the drill. Like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay informed every time we have something new uploaded. So let's not wait any further and start talking football. Chelsea reject not upgrading to a permanent move. When Chelsea allowed Ross Barkley to join Aston Villa on loan last summer, it appeared that the attacking midfielder's career was going to be rejuvenated. The England international started brightly for the Villains, but after a few months, his form started fading away. Today, the former Everton man is seen warming the bench more often than not and struggles to make appearances. It appears that Villa are unlikely to make a permanent move, and the player is set to return to Chelsea, where he might not be in Thomas Tuchel's plans. However, Team Talk claims that West Ham United could make a move for Barkley, especially if David Moyes' men are unable to make a permanent move for Jesse Lingard. And this brings us to the 28-year-old. Lingard has been a revelation for the Hammers ever since he secured a loan move to London. Chances to play for United were few and far between, and the English midfielder made the right call to link up with Moyes. And with the Hammers, Lingard has gone from strength to strength, scoring goals at a phenomenal rate and proving himself to be the very same player everyone thought he would be when he was playing for the United reserves. It's clear that West Ham are desperate to make a permanent move for the Englishman, with United holding out for around £30 million. The Red Devils are also eager to sign Declan Rice from the Hammers this summer. However, it's been reported that Lingard's representatives are not eager to see their client being used as a make-weight for in any deal. With 12 goals in 9 games, Lingard does seem to be holding all the cards. Nevertheless, the prospect of a permanent move away from Old Trafford remains on the cards. Goal reports that his form has led to inquiries from English and overseas clubs, including, of course, West Ham. For his part, Lingard reportedly remains unsure as to what to do with his future. However, he would want more minutes at United if he returned to his parent club. Jesse has been brilliant since he left, Solskjaer told reporters at a recent press conference. Selfishly, we could have kept him because he's always got a part to play. Jesse is a fantastic lad around the place, he's Man United through and through, and never once did he moan or cause me a problem. And that's the thing about Lingard. The 28-year-old is a professional and is never going to speak ill of his boyhood club, regardless of how he was never given a fair look in. Manchester United ambitions continue growing. After securing a place in the semi-finals of the Europa League, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has grown in confidence and believes that his team is not a million miles away from the continent's elite. The Norwegian tactician has spoken about progress throughout the season, and no one can argue against it, given the club's current standing in the league and the fact that they still have a chance to win some silverware. While they are competing in the Europa League, Ole feels that the side is getting really close to challenging the best clubs in Europe. The reality is we are in the Europa League and they are in the Champions League. That is the reality. But when you sit and watch the games and you know how well you've done against these teams, you know we are not a million miles away, Solskjaer said. It is about consistency. It's sometimes little details go against you. Fine margins go against you. We would love to have been going through the group stage. I felt we had done enough at one point, but we just couldn't get it over line. At the same time, the club is eager to continue adding to the squad in the summer. United are still a few signings away from challenging for top honours, and it's likely that the club will make a move for a striker, a midfielder and a defender this summer. Erling Haaland has been linked with a move to Old Trafford, but it could prove to be a difficult transaction given the interest in the Norwegian signature from loads of other sides in Europe. However, United might not have to pay over the odds for a new striker this summer, with reports claiming that they might only have to pay £26 million for the Portugal international Andre Silva, who's currently on the books of Eintracht Frankfurt. The former AC Milan man has 24 goals and 9 assists this season, and with the Red Devils eager to sign a number 9, Silva might be their answer. Manchester City given Grealish boost. Jack Grealish has been missing the last few weeks due to injury, but the Englishman has done enough this season to perhaps earn a move to a bigger club this summer. While the Aston Villa captain did sign a 5-year deal in September, it's unlikely that he'll stay in the Midlands. A move away from Villa Park is on the cards, and Manchester City are one of the many clubs chasing his signature. Despite ongoing rumours of a mega money move for Holland to replace the departing Sergio Aguero at the end of the season though, City manager Pep Guardiola is believed to greatly admire Grealish. Indeed, previous reports have claimed that Guardiola has identified him as his top transfer target. The Midlands club would want nothing less than £100 million for their star guy, but you get a feeling that City might not be put off by that transfer fee. Villa are on course for a top half finish in the Premier League, but Grealish might want to feature regularly in the Champions League. He's set to represent England at the European Championships this summer, and a strong showing would definitely up Villa's asking price. So do we see a move happening this summer? Villa might not take kindly to being lowballed, so it's likely that the next season could be Grealish's last with them. Liverpool Bus Attack. Prior to the second leg of their Champions League quarter-final game against Real Madrid, several eyewitnesses stated that the Madrid coach was attacked with rocks and other projectiles. Images showed that the club's bus had sustained a broken window. And now, Liverpool have condemned the attacks and distanced the club from any involvement. We sincerely apologise to our visitors for any distress caused. We will work together with Merseyside police to establish the facts and identify those responsible. Unfortunately for Liverpool, Wednesday wasn't the first time that an opposing team's bus was targeted outside of Anfield. Manchester City saw their bus attacked ahead of a Champions League quarter-final in April 2018, with the Reds again forced to apologise after the incident. Nagelsmann distances himself from Bayern Munich job. Julian Nagelsmann has denied being in line to replace Hansi Flick at the Allianz Arena, insisting there are no talks between me and Bayern Munich. Flick's future at Bayern has been the subject of much debate in recent weeks, with the 56-year-old currently being touted as the most likely man to succeed Joachim Löw with the German national team. Nagelsmann has been tipped to step into Flick's shoes at the Allianz Arena if he does indeed end up leaving this summer, but has now come out to insist that no one from the club has been in contact with him over the position. Chelsea time it is. Regardless of what opposing fans have to say, Chelsea are doing really well. A few months ago, the team's expensive recruits were struggling to showcase their worth, but today, the Blues are one of the most informed sides in Europe, and they have every chance of featuring in the final of this year's Champions League. Under Frank Lampard, the team was all over the place, and the expensive recruits such as Timo Werner and Kai Havertz were struggling. Not that last summer's additions aren't struggling anymore, but under Thomas Tucheland, Chelsea have become a very difficult side to beat. They put in a professional display against FC Porto in the first leg of the Champions League quarter-finals and came back home with a 2-goal advantage. They did lose the reverse fixture 1-0 at Stamford Bridge, but never looked like a side that could be on the receiving end of an upset. They play Real Madrid in the semi-finals of the competition. Madrid have made a habit of doing well in the competition, so the game is going to be a real test. However, this isn't the same Madrid side that is capable of striking fear into the hearts of its opponents. In all honesty, Tuchel's men shouldn't fear much against an aging Madrid side that is still reliant on the old heads to get the job done. Luka Modric, at 35, is still expected to run the midfield, while at the age of 33, Karim Benzema is their live wire. Sergio Ramos is 35 and not the centre-back he once was, while the likes of Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo are too young to be expected to carry the burden at the moment. Chelsea, on the other hand, are striking the right chords at the perfect time. Christian Pulisic has been in superb form in recent weeks, and he's relaunched his career after shaking off multiple injury issues. The current campaign has been a testing one for the American, but he's now started showing the form that many believed would see him become Eden Hazard's long-term successor. Yes, the same Madrid man who left Chelsea. Pulisic was on song against FC Porto and made quite a nuisance of himself at the Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Tuchel must be eager to see Pulisic hitting form when it matters the most, and it bodes well for Chelsea as they look ready to take on any challenge that's thrown in front of them. So, what do you think about Chelsea's chances in the Champions League this time around? Can they book a place in the final? Let us know in the comments and make sure to subscribe.